Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all already know who it is, targeted individual CJBK. It is probably about 3:33 a.m. On my way to work. So yeah, today was a between Saturday and this morning. They've been on full tilt, and let me tell you in some ways that they've been on full tilt. Let's see. Well, right now, they have a powerful frequency or a light frequency that feels like it's trying to burn a hole through my upper left heart ventricle, or possibly the bottom left ventricle. Let me see what else. They have a powerful light frequency burning through the crown of my head, but it's more focused on the left one. Well, actually, it's my right heart ventricle, because I'm thinking about it. If I'm looking at the anatomical image, it looks like the left from my view, but it's actually the right ventricle. I'm not sure if it's the upper chamber of the heart, or if it's the bottom right chamber. Either the upper right chamber or the bottom right chamber. There's a powerful heat light beam that is like basically burning through my heart. And I have the frequency that's going in an upward motion like this. It goes up and then it kind of like curves down into the heart. I've already posted the satellites that are basically working as transmitters for them. You know, the satellites get the information, transmit it to maybe some other type of device, or maybe it's a digital cell tower, something like that. Let me see. Then the light energy that's going through the crown of my head, that one's focused on like the right hemisphere of the brain. Probably they're changing or modifying how my neurons are operating in the primary motor cortex, or I know it's more towards it's not the exact center of the brain, but it's more a little to the right side. So that's what makes me think they're altering something in the motor cortex of the brain. Then what else? Yeah, before I woke up, my eyes were still closed, and all I can hear is someone talking loud enough that I know I could hear them. And at 2:58 in the morning, Monday morning, I don't know how many people are up talking with a type of energy where they sound like they're so upset with somebody, then all of a sudden you hear them say "fuck out of here," and I'm just like, I open my eyes and I'm like, wow, that's some negative energy this early in the morning. So yeah, Then I don't know. I wake up and I realize it's just 2 minutes before my alarm goes off. So usually, anytime I wake up before my alarm goes off, I know that they've been messing with my brain while I was sleeping. I didn't have any dream manipulations, but I could tell there was some things happening. There was some things happening within my brain, but it is what it is. What else? Oh, and now as I'm talking, it feels like they're trying to like cut the right side of like I don't know. It feels like they're trying to like what are they trying to do? Right now, it feels like they're trying to like I don't know. They're trying to do something to my penis that's like on like the base of it. Either that or the right testicle. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. But anyway, you hear it. But anyway, what else? Okay, so Saturday, right? Saturday was interesting because when I was at work, and I tell some of y'all that my girl, we work at the same job, whatever. She calls me she texts me and tells me that her bike wasn't she wasn't able to get her bike key to work so she can change the battery on her bike, right? So I was already finished with my shift, so I decided I was going to go over there and see if I could help her, meet up with her and help her with her bike. Then when I get over there, she's like, yeah, my portable charger isn't working anymore. Like it's charged up. She plugs it into the phone, press the on button, and for whatever reason, it's not actually charging the phone. Me, I'm already aware of their tactics and just about how they do certain things, why they do it, and basically the timing of when they do it, just so it better has an effect psychologically on the target, right? So basically, what ends up happening, right? Why is the light flashing if everybody has the light? I don't know. So I get to her and I fix her bike, her bike battery lock, because for whatever reason the key wasn't working properly when you just put it in and you turn the key. But instead, what was happening was I had to like press down on the battery just to I guess push the battery in further and then turn the key, and then it came up. Now, aside from that, when I looked at her portable charger to see if it would charge my phone, I turn it on, right? And it shows that it's like charged. It has like three out of four of the power level batteries, meaning that charger should at least charge a phone at least 2 or 3 times over, right? I plug it into my phone, right? All of a sudden, and this is the iWalk portable charger, I plug it into my phone and I hit the power button. And then all of a sudden my phone vibrates like 3 or 4 times and it says, please unlock the phone in order to use this accessory. I recognize that. I recognize that that message on my iPhone last time I had a portable charger basically no longer just stopped working. is because whatever they did to it, it's like, I don't know if they basically do something to the wire of the phone, or I don't know if like they force like nanobots to attach itself to, the end that you plug into the phone, which basically, like, the nanobots are like self-forming. So I don't know, maybe they I don't know, created some type of locking system on the charger so that power couldn't actually go through it, or maybe they changed some like hardware specifics on the charger so that it doesn't actually charge the phone, or maybe they changed something within the phone so that it doesn't connect or register with the portable charger as a portable charger. But for no reason should an iWalk portable charger, when you plug it into a phone, your phone requests that you unlock your phone just so you can be able to um, use an accessory. But it's a portable charger. There's no need to actually have to unlock your phone to charge your phone. So I told her, don't worry, I have my portable charger, and I plugged mine into her phone, and it started working. So I was like, okay. So they basically did the same tactic against her. She would be kind of like unaware of what's happening because that was basically like her first experience with them basically hacking her portable charger. Luckily, I was there, so I already knew what was going on. So I told her the best thing she could do is record, see if she can record her portable charger not working. So she'll have to get someone else's phone and record that the iWalk is not charging her phone, and then also use the same portable to try to charge someone else's phone to see if it can show that same message. Then send that video to the iWalk company and let them know that their product may have some type of like security weakness to it, or that the product is faulty, whatever the case may be. But that's that, right? So now we fast forward, we decide we're gonna go. Oh, right. So I was also supposed to take my sister out to dinner later that afternoon. She calls me just as my girl and I, we were supposed to go. We were supposed to meet up with her so then we could take her to this this restaurant she likes to go to. And I get a phone call from my sister, and she's like, yeah, my body doesn't feel right. Like I feel so exhausted and achy, so I don't think I'm gonna go. So now they have a frequency coming from. There's a frequency coming this way, and it's going into like my right testicle, but it's coming from the angle. It's coming from an angle that's like going that way. Now, I remember there's been people recording special type of lamps, like street lamps, right? Like these street lamps have like something called multi-spot radars or something like that, where it basically has like built-in basically some built-in sensors or infrared sensors or something that's built into the street lamps, and those lamps are actually like actual weapons. Like they are directed energy weapons. I've seen images where people took like their images or videos from their home security cameras like around their home, and as they show the light from the street lamps, going towards like a house or something like that, it looks like streaks or like beams or almost like lasers and stuff like that shooting from the street lamp, and it's going towards the house. Like there are these streaks of light beaming from the street lamp, and it's going towards the house or wherever it's being directed to. So I've seen that before, and that's what it feels like when I grab the frequency as it's being aimed at my at my testicle or whatever. I could feel what feels like it feels as if like there are these like tiny particles of like energy. It like I don't know, it feels like if you took a needle, like a very very fine needle, like a acupuncture needle, and an acupuncture needle can basically like, I've heard that you don't feel it as much as like, all right, well, I'm gonna just say it like this. It's like, imagine taking a needle and then passing it straight through you, right? And you feel the insertion of it, but it just passed straight through you, right? So that's basically what I feel, right? Let me see. Where is? Okay, I see the bus. I'm like, damn. So there's a guy out here. I mean, I've always, known of him. Everybody in the neighborhood knows of him or whatever. But right now, he's like, I don't know. I don't know if he's like just gaslighting or something like that. But I don't know. He always would just be like mentioning things to himself, or I don't know. Like, he's always been like that for as long as I could remember. But for the most part, I'm like, yeah. I don't know, man. But anyway, I'm moving on. Yeah, my sister, she called and she's like, yeah, she's having trouble with her body, so she's not feeling too well to go out. So I'm like, all right. So me and my girl, we decide that we're gonna change our mind. I go and start to move forward, taking my money out so I can go and do some other things. Because anytime I decide to go out and try to have fun or whatever, I learn from previous situations where there was one time I knew I had a few $100s in my account. I went to a bar to just try and chill and hang out, whatever. Then all of a sudden, I tried to go and hang out at a bar or whatever and just chill, get something to eat. And all of a sudden, I go to try to pay the bill, or I go to check something in me told me to check my account. So I checked my account. Good morning. Alright. So I go to check my account, and all of a sudden there's like $460 something missing my account. Like someone checked my account to see exactly how much I had in it, and they withdrew everything that I had. So ever since then, I basically just learned, like, if I'm gonna go out, I'm like, pull out cash, so that way it's not like, I'll be put in a situation where, one, I don't have any money, and then two, I gotta see if I can find someone to help me cover the bill, so that way, the server or, whoever feel like I'm just trying to get out of paying the bill. But yeah, my sister, she, what happened? So the girl and I, first she's like, she wants to go and get this fruit bowl that she always likes to get. It's like some healthy, super nutritious, fruit salad or whatever. So we go to this spot, and I see that I want to get like a smoothie, something called Brain Boost. It had like blueberries, blackberries, what else? Avocado and ginkgo. I get my smoothie first, and I'm looking at it, and it's this bright red color, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, should it really be that color if it's supposed to be blueberries and blackberries and avocado? Because I'm like, avocado, and then on top of that, I'm like, I go to taste it. Tastes like it doesn't have avocado in it at all, because avocado has a very particular taste to it. And not only just that, it also makes whatever you put it in thicker, but it's not thick like what it should be. And then when she gets her fruit bowl, right, she's looking at it and she's like, did you put the spirulina in it? Because spirulina is green, right? And anything you really put spirulina in, it turns the thing into like this very dark green color. I don't know. The guy was claiming that he put it in there. I don't know. I felt like that was, there was something off about it. Then she's like, okay, I want to go and get some coffee bubble tea. So I'm like, all right. So we go to one spot. Apparently, they didn't have any coffee. I was like, okay. So then we go to a second spot. Apparently, they don't have any coffee. Or coffee bubble tea. So I'm like, okay, there's a trend going here. So then we decided we're gonna go to this kind of like it's like an adult arcade room. It's basically a bar with an arcade, right? And it's called Barcade. We went to the one on St. Mark's, and so before we got there, she seen another bubble tea spot, right? So she was like, oh, I'm gonna try this spot. They gotta have it. She goes and tries to check it out. They also don't have any coffee bubble tea. All three of these places normally have coffee bubble tea for whatever reason. 3 places back to back did not have coffee bubble tea. In our smoothie and fruit bowl, both of us felt like our things weren't made properly, right? So, okay, we get to Barcade, right? What else? We get to Barcade, and as we find 2 seats by the bar, like in a corner cut, right? There was no one really sitting around that area at all. There, behind our stools at the bar, there was like this 4-player Pac-Man game thing, and then, but it was like probably like kind of tight against our seats. It was like, probably no bigger than 5-foot space between my stool and where the game was set up at. Then my girl and I, we decided we were going to sit at the bar. We're going to eat first, try to, I guess, fill ourselves up with some food before we, try to have some fun or whatever. While we're there, all of a sudden we get encased. Like a group of about 4 or 5 people came in. It's a bar, so we're not really necessarily taking I'm not really necessarily allowing people that's coming to stand by a bar to make me feel unnerved or whatever, but it's just the timing on how everything kind of like triangulated, right? So a group of about 4 or 5 people, they came and sat to the left of me, right? They all came and sat to the left of me. And then there was another group of people that all showed up behind us at the Pac-Man thing, right? Now, mind you, me and my girl, we're like sitting right next to each other, right? So we could hear each other clearly. Everyone within the bar is sitting the exact same length of space away from each other, or standing the exact same length of space away from each other. All of a sudden, we start to notice these little words, or like they're like words or statements, and for whatever reason, we start to pick up on it. Each person that came and stood around us are all using specific words and phrases that we would recognize. Like, how many times do you ever like be in a public area and you be in a public space around other people, and then all of a sudden you just hear someone actually use the words gaslight and then targeted, and there was several words that was being mentioned and said, and I was just like, yo, me and her we're looking at each other and we're like, they're gangsters, they're secret society people, and they just surrounded themselves around us, and I'm feeling, people constantly rub up against my back. I felt the elbow here or whatever, and I'm like, they're like really close to my back. But I'm realizing, and then also their conversations weren't flowing. They weren't having like natural conversations for whatever reason. Like, it's almost as if like you can tell that like they would literally be like it would be like, yeah, the weather was cold and da 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 da. And then you see then they say gaslight, and then they just keep going with their conversation, right? We were pinpointing at least 3 or 4 different conversations happening around us where their conversations did not seem natural, but then in somewhere in the middle of their sentences, they would say particular words that would basically be like the subliminal, gaslighting and whatnot. So that was that. But I mean, it was a lot more detail to it, but I just can't even really remember all that. But anyway, then what else? Oh, there was a couple of things, but yeah, between yesterday evening and then this morning, my girl, she's feeling like this energy being beamed into like the right side of her abdomen area, as if like something is like attacking like her intestines. And then all of a sudden when she wakes up this morning, she had like, some stomach problems, so she had to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. And I told her not to really worry about it. Don't allow yourself to worry, because stress is what they're aiming for. They're aiming to actually cause you to feel more stressed out or be worried about your health and stuff like that. I'm not giving them no power. I'm not giving them no power at all. But yeah, then Yeah, so what these people basically want me to get out of this, but I've never really seen them come full front out like this. Like they were out this weekend to try to prove a point. They really wanted to prove a point. Because they always keep telling me, Chris, this is not a movie. This is not a movie. It's like they want me to fear them. But I'm like, I'm not going to have fear for nobody on this planet. And I'm like, all you can do is either kill me or basically set me up for some type of, crime that I never committed. And then I guess I just have to go through the legal process of actually trying to fight it while I'm incarcerated or whatever the case may be. But either way, I already know who their ruler is in this world. So I know that no matter what happens to my flesh, my spirit is already taken care of. Yeah, I don't know, but if anything, I think I said everything I wanted to say. I'm just trying to collect myself. I only slept for about maybe 3 hours or so. I guess I just wanted to video document what parts of my body are feeling the energy, the light-based frequency energy piercing through it. It's the right side of my heart. It could be either the top or bottom ventricles. The crown. Because even at the top up here, like right up here, there's a heat difference between the center here and then the side of the helmet. Like there is a actual prominent heated section. And then I also realized over time while I was washing my hair, I was using a bit of pressure to press down into my skull that I normally feel specific beams of energy going into. And I feel like I have soft holding spots in my skull. One through the crown, one on the side somewhere, one towards the back going towards the cerebellum, and then another one near where the memory processing, the memory cortex will be at. So I always figure that, you know what, as long as I'm not quiet about what's happening, even if God were to call me up and I leave my flesh, I mean, they might have the coroner. They might have a coroner who's already paid off by them, and they'll probably lie about the autopsy or something and say I died or something else. But I figure at some point when the global investigations get real heavy and everything starts to fall out, at least my evidence, my character, everything about me has remained the same. So anyway, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Anything else arises, I'll let y'all go, let y'all know. So take one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time.